I'm Judy Whitehead, and I am the managing partner of Graham Thompson. I also work in the private client area, and one of the things that I enjoy doing the most is talking to clients about their legacy issues. Estate planning, who do they want to leave their money to, setting up foundations, charities, and it gives us an opportunity to delve into areas in the Bahamas that are in need, and what do they feel is important, what are they interested in, where are their passions, what gives them enjoyment. And it occurred to me when I was doing it recently that people may be interested in what Graham Thompson does. We have a well-known long legacy of public service. We're almost 67, 68 years old, and we for many, many years had a very deep giving bench of providing for charities across the Bahamas. And about 2 years ago, I had a good look at what we were doing and realized that we were actually handing out fair bits of money to just about every outstretched hands. And we decided that what we wanted to do was concentrate and focus a little bit on some areas that gave us the greatest joy in terms of giving and that would have the greatest impact on those areas. We widely canvassed everybody in the firm. We spoke to staff members, lawyers here, Grand Bahama, the Turks and Caicos Islands. And we concluded that the area that we have the greatest interest in and that gives us the greatest joy is the area of education and sports. And against that background, we picked 4 charities that we are now going to give to in a far more substantial way. We're not going to ignore all of the others, but we're really going to throw not only our financial means behind these charities, but we're also going to actually give in kind as well. And we think that well rounds out our legacy of public service, and it's something that we actually enjoy doing. So what have we picked? We picked the Lyford Key Foundation. As the name suggests, it was originally founded in Lyford Key, but it's so much more than a Lyford Key operation, which really is now just simply a geographical name. It is one of the largest scholarship organizations in the country, and it provides educational opportunities to students from absolutely every walk of life in the Bahamas, and generally now focuses on first-generation educated people, which is a real change in the earlier focus of this foundation. We have chosen to throw our weight behind Focus, which is an early childhood education program. It's aimed at grades 4. It's in a public school area, and it's an after-school program that has had the most amazing results with young kids. I think one of the happiest things that you can do is go and see what they do, for example, on a Saturday in the summer, where you see that these young kids are being mentored and nurtured with not only kind of reading and math and sort of academic skills, but they undertake the most amazing projects during the summer. And we are now finding that these kids, through the many years that Focus has been operational, are really developing into first-class citizens, and they're taking on leadership roles within their own schools and within their own communities. And it's not leadership roles as in they're becoming prefects and head boys and head girls, that's not it. But they are becoming confident young people, and they are working with their families, and they're seeing opportunities come to them through education. Now many of them are actually seeing the possibility of getting into college and the value of higher education. Also in the education vein, we also support something called the Tara Xavier Hepburn Foundation. This is something which is particularly heartfelt for us. Tara was the daughter of Claire Hepburn, who was one of the first female partners, actually, along with myself. Claire later became the Attorney General of the Bahamas and later Justice of the Supreme Court. Tara was a law student and basically grew up in the hallways of Graham Thompson, just a super little kid with little pigtails bouncing along hallways. Turned out to be an incredibly poised young woman, very, very bright, very capable through law school, and unfortunately passed away at a far too young an age. Her parents, Claire and Bones Hepburn, started this foundation in her honor to provide educational opportunities and mentoring for high at-risk youth. And they run programs every weekend, and they provide scholarships for kids to go on through high school. Again, something that has had a tremendous amount of success, and we've really enjoyed the stories that we've heard over the years of kids who really had no way of finishing high school or really no opportunities, or we're really lost. And through the mentoring that they're getting through the foundation, I think have really found a way forward. In addition to that, we also support a reading program, which is incredibly, I can only say energetically run by Loren McDonald. And we've adopted a school, Uriah McPhee Primary School. We provide computers and other IT support for this school, but probably more importantly and more interestingly for us, we actually read to the grade 2 and the grade 3 kids every week. In fact, my reading day is tomorrow. And we sit with them when we get to know the kids, and we introduce them to a love of reading, the love of stories, and we go through them sort of comprehension exercises so that this is something that really helps them in their own development. It's probably one of the most enjoyable things that you can do in any work week, I have to say, if you're going from something pretty stressful at work and then you end up reading Green Eggs and Ham for half an hour in the day, and it's something that our lawyers and our staff thoroughly enjoy doing. And then we round out our contributions with sailing. The Bahamas National Sailing School is something that was started by Robert Dunkley. Again, we've adopted an inner city school, T.A. Thompson. And what it does is it provides the equipment and the sailing and the coaches for kids to go out on the water and learn how to sail. A very important thing in the Bahamas. We are 700 islands of the most beautiful water in the world, and these are kids who otherwise would not have the opportunity to be on boats, to be trained, and to be out on the water. And it's given us a tremendous amount of joy to be able to introduce sailing to these kids. And of course, the side benefit is that we're now hearing from the school that the kids who are doing these sailing programs, it's improved their attendance at school, their concentration, their confidence. And again, these are kids who through their sporting endeavors are assuming, leadership, confidence roles in life. And it's something that I think we've enjoyed giving to tremendously. We continue to give to other events as well, and support other charities, but we thought that it would be interesting for us to let you have a probably slightly longer than a 1-minute Graham Thompson moment to let you know that what we do.